The man and his FG warrior had an omega tied to the bed. Is it a threesome? At this time, a pair of people were looking at me and kissing me in the room. Maybe two invested. So loud that it was a bit loud. Suhan Zhou, who was afraid of being discovered, immediately covered the other party's lips and whispered. Shen Yuan did not restrain himself, but licked his hand provocatively. Mr. Su, how are you willing to call me over today? If you miss me, you can come directly to my hotel room next time. It always retains the smell of human blistering. It's stomach turning, he said meaningfully and looked in the direction of the bed. I saw a charming little O tied with an iron chain on the head of the bed. Suhan Zhou wiped the saliva from the corner of his mouth evilly. Reach out and grab Shen Yuan's necklace. Pulled the person in his direction. Went to sleep with that my sister for a high-quality elf like you. It shouldn't be difficult for him to be recruited. As soon as these words came out, Shen Yuan's eyes shot out a terrifying light. But there was a little grievance in his tone. Make me sleepy Omega. Who do you think I am? However, Suhan Zhou was afraid that the person on the bed would cover his lips again when he heard the movement. Didn't I ask you to be quieter? After Shen Yuan calmed down, he let go of his hand. Began to explain the reasons for this request. It turned out that his father Su Jianxin agreed. As long as he can embrace the position of vice president of Sun Tzu's company. It's his. And the one lying on the bed is the youngest son of Shenghua Group. Both need a child as a bargaining chip for a successful marriage between the two families. However, Suhan Zhou is an Omega, and this matter is a secret. So he hid his lover, Shen Yuan. After hearing this, Shen Yuan hurriedly returned to school and chose softly. Suhan Zhou showed a seductive look, afraid that he would not agree, and increased his chips. The price is up to you, and I will definitely not treat you and your children badly in the future. After the matter is done later, if it can still be done, today you are allowed to do whatever you want to me. Although she wants to be a high-quality alpha. The next generation of genes will definitely be top-notch. But he is not a meat vegetarian. You can eat anything dirty. From history, he only likes Suhan Zhou. Thinking of this, he pressed the person hard against the chair and released the information group. Suhan Zhou, who felt oppressed, finally stained it. Afraid of what exactly you want to do. Shen Yuan blew in his ear. Of course, it is quite lingering to do what you said to yourself. Suhan Zhou used all his strength. A punch in his face. If you don't want to get out of here, I'll find someone else. Shen Yuan, angry and burning. Overwhelm people again and find someone. The secret of Omega. What does Suhan Zhou plan to use to buy the other party's money? Or as it is now, with your own body. Thinking that Suhan Zhou would be infected with the new habits of other alphas. The jealousy in his heart. The comrades in arms rushed out uncontrollably. Crazy release of a lot of information. Su, I can't help but mark it anymore. Suhan Zhou, I said, whatever you want, I can satisfy you. As long as you stay by my side obediently. But you are becoming more and more greedy now. At this time, Shen Yuan is in addition to the inevitable situation. There is also a trace of regret. If he had made Suhan Zhou obedient in his own way earlier. Will everything be different now? The man actually let his alpha sleep, and everything else was gone. After hearing this ridiculous proposal, Shen Yuan couldn't help but directly mark Suhan Zhou and turned on surrender mode. She felt a little regretful. If you had used your own way earlier, will everything be different now? It was an auction half a year ago. Shen Yuan's perfume appeared as the finale auction item. And, as the organizer, she finally spoke. But when the secretary asked if she would appear, she refused without thinking. Just ask the secretary to link the real-time monitoring of the scene to the room. Wait until the auction is over before leaving. The main reason for making this move. Shen Yuan felt that the smell of so many people makes him nauseous and out of breath. As a result, as soon as I entered the elevator, there was a man holding my head. Wanted to push it away, but he keenly discovered this person is in a period of differentiation. Sir, how are you? The man's face turned red, and he looked at him pitifully. Help me, Shen Yuan, take a breath. This face that wants to be ravaged. It's really appetizing for him. How does this gentleman want me to help you? Send me back to my room. After saying that, the man closed his eyes uncomfortably. The pheromones on his body also faded. This is like seducing. It made Shen Yuan, who rejected the taste, feel very good. I immediately made a decision in my heart. I wanted this taste. So he directly picked up the person and took him to his room. It's okay. The heart untied his clothes for him. Wiped the sweat. The man opened his eyes at this critical moment. Who are you? What to do in my room? Shen Yun chatted for a while, and then her hair opened her mouth to explain. I didn't find your room card, and I saw you so uncomfortable, so I can only bring it back to my room first. Are you feeling better now? The body is full of sweat. I need to wash it. Before he finished speaking, the man coldly refused. No need is a bad cold. I called the secretary to pick me up. Shen Yuan got up and laughed. This gentleman, I made show, you're not a cold. It's about separating words. The man heard the words. The villain in his heart was happy, and he had been waiting for too long on this day. When it diverged into an elf company, no one pointed at him anymore. And Shin Yuan can still stay awake when he sees him like this, not affected by their own sexual sparsity. I became more and more interested in it. The man climbed onto his body. What's your name? After getting the word Shin Yuan, he also became the president of the domineering party. Okay, come and serve me, but with one request. Confidential. Shin Yuan felt unbelievable. There was such a good thing in the world. In this case, it is better to be respectful than to obey orders and pounce on it like a wolf and a tiger. Kissing companions thought about it, and then they remembered to ask each other's names. The emotional man said, and after 3 words of Shui Hanzhou, he asked to move faster. Don't do anything superfluous. Shin Yuan's eyes lit up. I want to be gentle. This was the next moment he was looking for himself, and Su Hanzhou felt something was wrong. What do you do? Shin Yuan raised his eyebrows. Mr. Su, you're Omega. Naturally, I want to serve you like this. Su Hanzhou's eyes widened. What is the brain of the same age sniff tease? I'm not an alpha. It was Omega, but Shin Yuan didn't give him time to think. The sword can't help but fire on the string. The next picture. The author doesn't draw it, just imagine it himself. The man took the initiative to throw himself into his arms and was brewed by Jiang. Su Hanzhou always thought that he would differentiate into F, but I didn't expect it to be differentiated. Omega. He really couldn't accept this matter. So much so that he still thinks about this when he fights fiercely with strange men. Shin Yuan saw that he was still distracted at this time and felt a little cute for some reason. Secretly vowed to let Su Hanzhou taste his power. You are the best smelling person I have ever seen. Mr. Su, the night is still long. Let's take our time. I will definitely let you enjoy it. So in the next time, Su Hanzhou no longer had time to think about differentiation. Only his pleading could be heard in the huge room. In the end, he fainted as if he was being bullied fiercely. On the other hand, Shin Yuan, this person who contributed, there is no tiredness at all, and he carries people into the bathroom intimately. Wash it yourself. Su Hanzhou's mobile phone rang. It turned out that the special assistant Yang Jun said that when he delivered clothes, no one was found in the room. Su Hanzhou's voice was a little hoarse. I didn't reply. After saying these 3 words, he was shocked to notice the change in his voice. I thought it must have been too loud just now. But why is the physical strength of the surname Shun so good? And special assistant Yang didn't know what he found. He stammered a little again. So where are you? The charity dinner is about to begin. Su Hanzhou immediately covered his phone. Asked Shin Yuan. Room number. Shin Yuan leaned close to his ear and lowered his voice. 5201. He saw that Shin Yuan was so discerning. After explaining the special assistant, make an unexpected invitation. I'm satisfied that you can do my bed. Well, I need you. It must be in front of me as quickly as possible. The price is yours. But still the same sentence. Be confidential. Shin Yuan suppressed his heart and asked rhetorically. So what if I need it? Su Hanzhou domineeringly dragged the person in front of him. I have a cleanliness fetish. For the duration of our relationship, you can only endure it. Get up and go out to change the clothes brought by the special assistant. I'll give you time to think about it. Wait for the dinner downstairs to end. I'll look for you again. Shin Yuan was folded out of bed by him and laughed at his behavior of not recognizing people. The swordsman was about to leave, so he stretched out his hand to stop him. Wait a minute. Spray this one who has never liked to spray perfume. Su Hanzhou was a little resistant, but Shin Yuan didn't give him a chance to refuse. Spray directly. Don't worry, you'll thank me. After Su Hanzhou smelled the smell of this perfume, staring like the same age is not an illusion of oneself. This perfume can actually mask the smell of sexual thinness. Shin Yuan, while he stay close to his body. There's a sense of temptation in the tone. This is my first meeting gift for you. Mr. Su, I'm waiting for you to come back. Men fantasize every day about their differentiation. He actually differentiated into Omega and was bullied by strangers. After Su Hanzhou and Shin Yuan were passionate, it perfectly shows the scumbag attribute of a scumbag who doesn't recognize people when he gets out of bed. Put on your clothes. Leave the room directly. The special master who had been waiting outside for a long time greeted him. Mr. Su's auction is almost over. There is still one finale left. Because of the differentiation, Su Hanzhou's face was not very good. Only lightly asked Chi to take him to the venue first. As a result, I just entered and was not seated. His sworn enemy next to him, his brother sewed up with a cold tide. Isn't this my good brother? This kind of occasion is still late. Why don't you wait for the auction to end before coming back? Su Handu sautet lai di. He ignored it, but the eldest son, Su, didn't want to let him go. In order to impress the people of the S family. What kind of means are you? It's all about seeing people kicking their noses on their faces like this. Su Hanzhou immediately replied, Then do you think that if you come early, people will be able to see you? Young Master Su gritted his teeth angrily. What are you just going to say? The host on the stage began to introduce the last piece of screen. It is a fragrance room quilt that is particularly sought after in the circle recently. A bottle of perfume created that hides the desires of the beast's heart in one dimension. Su Hanzhou's little garlic plate in his heart at this time was ringing. This perfume room is in the limelight and is rumored to be divine. It's God. Perfume will definitely be robbed by the wind. If you could take a picture of this bottle of perfume and give it to your father. As the opponent of the family, Su de Gongzi knew his thoughts very well. Threatened to order Su Hanzhou with this bottle of perfume. If you don't care about it, then let's do our own thing. At this time, the stage introduced the special features of this bottle of perfume. The information group that can mask Alpha and Omega. It provides perfect coverage even during periods of intense sunny weather. Come on, everyone is stunned. After all, there has been such a perfume before, but no one has succeeded. But it seems possible to think that it is modulated. So everyone joined the battle. On the other hand, Su Hanzhou fell into deep thought. The perfume that Shen Yuan sprayed me just now. It is to mask the pheromone taste. In addition, today this hotel is not open to the public. Only those who have received an invitation from the S family can rest here. But Shen Yuan did not come down to participate in the auction. It means that he is not among the invited guests. Then he would only think of this. Su Hanzhou showed a meaningful smile in the direction of surveillance. I seem to have slept with some amazing character. It may be that the heart is in love. Shen Yuan was looking at the surveillance at this time. Thinking of the information investigated by the secretary just now, there was a hissing, playful taste in his eyes. In a family full of quality alphas, turned into an inferior Omega without saying a word. The Apple Mega attribute can be broken, climbing on the road of the head of the Su family. He was really looking forward to it. How will Su Hanzhou be a good guy next? The two really have their own ghosts. There are 800 new faces each. Men are really, and even 18-year-olds don't let go. At the auction, the guests fought for a bottle of perfume. Even the eldest son of the Su family is no exception. Open Your Mouth is a monk of 3 million. Others stopped considering his family background and financial resources. However, Su Hanzhou, who has a competitive relationship, plans to pit him, began to raise the price and promised that the eldest son would be strong. Start playing the emotional card, Hanzhou. I remember you haven't had a secondary differentiation yet, right? Then this perfume won't be of much use to you either. It's better to give it to my brother, Su Hanzhou. Of course I won't let it go. Brother. Although I can't use it for the time being, I admire this perfumer very much. Naturally, I would like to buy his work. Besides, it's charity here, and the dinner pays a little more. It's not better to do charity. The eldest son, Su, hated his teeth. But there is nothing we can do. I can only be generous and harsh and very good. Since you insist on arguing with me, then let's see what happens. So, at the venue, I saw the two of them raising the price evenly. In the end, the eldest son, Su, made a desperate bet, directly added to 20 million. At the end of the day, everyone in the audience gasped. Thinking that young Master Su was crazy, he actually spent 20 million to buy a bottle of perfume. Su Hanzhou next to him did not forget to mock a few words. My brother is indeed powerful. I admitted defeat to Su de Gongzi, who returned to reason. Only then did he know his way. You deliberately pitted me to get up and walk out. Su Hanzhou looked back and smiled. I didn't get it to force you. Now you can take the perfume and ask your father for credit. After saying that, he walked out with long legs. In vain, the eldest son was left in the same place, so angry that he went crazy. Su Hanzhou, who left the venue, let the special assistant go back first. He has to do something special. After all, can you have a relationship with Group S? It depends on this time. After a while, the person came to room 5201 again. Shen Yuan smiled on the door frame, looking at him with a smile. Mr. Su, I knew you would come back to me hungry, right? I called dinner. Let's chat while eating. Su Hanzhou walked in smoothly, suddenly attracted by the things on the table. What does this glass of milk mean? Shen Yuan explained meaningfully, Mr. Su. You should have just turned 18 this month. I don't think you're good at drinking yet. After listening, Su Hanzhou held the other party's neck, pulled the person over. According to Mr. Shun, if you're 18 years old, you can't drink. Isn't what you did to me just now even more excessive? Looking at the delicate red, thin lips, Shen Yuan, the desire in my heart surged outward. I don't deny it. He even wanted to do something more excessive, a holy light. The two began to move their mouths. When Shen Yuan was preparing for the next move, was stopped by Su Hanzhou. Wait a moment, Mr. Shun. We don't seem to need to take the next step for the time being. Shen Yuan understood. His little abacus, but he didn't poke and played with him. So how can we have further needs? Men do not hesitate to sell their bodies for a bottle of perfume. But I didn't expect to provoke a mad dog in the episode. Speaking of Shen Yuanxian's progress, the next step was interrupted by Su Hanzhou. Tonight, I had the pleasure of seeing the work of Mr. Bess of the Perfumer Society. But as far as I know, his perfume has never been sold publicly. So I'm curious. What is his relationship with the Das Group? Said, picked up the red wine on the table, and sat down on the chair. The look of inquiry on his face. At a glance, or I changed my question. Mr. Shun, what is your relationship with Das Group? Shen Yuan was surprised in his heart, her sharp in hand. But he dishonestly touched people's thighs. Young Master Schwer, if you want to know, why don't you figure out slowly by my side? Although he did not admit it directly, Shui Hanzhou knew. This is a default, even if you are not from Group S. It must also be a distinguished guest. In that case, just borrow Shen Yuan to climb up to Group S, I can promise. But there are also new requirements to make one for me. It can not only hide European and American pheromones, but also pretend to be Alpha's perfume. If it can be done, it can maintain a long-term cooperative relationship. And not only that, in addition to the previously mentioned remuneration, new conditions, you can mention it casually, this is not a mutton tiger's mouth delivered to the mouth. Shen Yuan also readily put forward new requirements. What I want is very simple. That's your sex sparseness. Su Hanzhou was really a little puzzled. I thought I would mention that aspect. What do you want this thing to do? I don't think there's anything special about it. Shen Yuan leaned against his face. There was a taste of seduction in the tone. Su et gong vi. I'm the incense master. You don't have to worry too much about this. But my method of collecting sparse sex is a bit special. It needs to be collected with the body. Su Hanzhou laughed out loud after hearing this. Speaking of which, I still greedy my own body. It's just a different statement. Shen Yuan saw that she did not refuse. Boldly proposed to continue what was just done. Su Hanzhou grabbed her by the collar and posed like a queen. Keep going. Is the word I can say. You should use the word please. That high-ranking appearance made Shen Yuan can't wait to conquer. Immediately, the evil wolf pounced on the ground and stabilized. That cup of milk entered Su Hanzhou in another way. After the hearty exercise is over, Shen Yuan looked at the people under him with satisfaction. The body that has been moistened. Once again, he was burned in the fire before he was about to start a new activity. However, Shen Yuan was pushed away by Su Han on Monday. You should have collected the information you want. Then what you promised me should also be done. Shen Yuan looked at her silently, affectionately. What you want? I can give it to you now, as long as you lie down obediently. Don't move. Su Hanzhou thought she just wanted to sleep and not do anything. Angry enough to reach out and grab her hair. I can afford any payment. But if you can't do it, just play tricks for me. Shen Yuan hates others the most and questions his own abilities. It's like questioning his side. The next move? Directly let Su Hanzhou throw away his helmet and armor. Men and strangers descend and brew. Actually changed from Omega to Elf, Su Hanzhou used his body in exchange. Shen Yuan was asked to create a perfume that could hide Omega pheromones, disguised as Elf. Shen Yuan readily agreed and offered to ask for her sex blistering. I thought it was wrapping around her body. I didn't expect to open my mouth to bite the line. Wait for Su Hanzhou to react. This action is already powerless to resist at the time of marking. Finally fainted. Shen Yuan picked up her body and walked to the bed. There was a hint of apology in his eyes. Sorry. It was also the first time I had done something like this with sex. If you want to deceive everyone, disguise yourself as a high-score body sex attract. At least 2/3 of it must be replaced in order to survive until the next period of love. Don't worry when you wake up. You'll be pleasantly surprised. The phone on the side rang. I'm afraid it will affect Suhan. Show. He came to the balcony naked, and it turned out to be Suda Gongzi. There's not enough money to pay for the time being. I want to apply for a delay in handing over calls from subordinates. Ask Shen Yuan, the eldest son of the Su family. Yes. The man didn't react for a while. Turning his head to see Su Hanzhou on the bed, he understood. It was the eldest brother who competed with him for power. So for his future wife, he told his subordinates to enforce it if they couldn't afford it. This matter is not negotiable. Hung up the phone, and then went to the bedside to chat softly about Su Hanzhou's hair. This is enough for you to stand in front of your dad. Throw back your face. Just think of it as an extra gift from me. Saying that, picked up an empty water bottle. Start collecting the other person's pheromones in exchange for the information you gave me. Su, I will also cherish it. Thank you. Hospitality. Xu Hung. Show. We came to Japan in the early morning, when the first rays of sunlight shone through the window into the room. Su Hanzhou slowly opened his eyes, thinking about what happened last night. Got out of bed in a hurry. Shen Yuan, you dog thing dare to mark me. Shen Yuan's head was supported with an innocent face. I didn't do anything last night, but if Mr. Su was willing, I could fulfill your wish. Su Hanzhou was a little confused. After touching it, I found that it was indeed a little painful except for the bite place. I didn't feel anything else. Isn't it really marking yourself? But even so, it can't be hidden. The bad things I did to myself last night. Let go, I'm gonna get up. This kind of usefulness is useless. Just kick away. It really made Shin Yuan feel ruthless and cute. On the other side, Su Hanzhou picked up the phone and called Yang Tezhou. "Bring me a set of clothes. Choose a shirt with a higher collar and send it to the Hill Hotel. 5201, bring me another box of morning after pills. Move faster." Shen Yuan heard Biyun medicine, and the fake light was a little dissatisfied. "Mr. Xu, you are so blatantly disgusted. It really hurts my heart." Su Hanzhou immediately smashed his mobile phone and smiled. "I gave you your reward, but what should you give me?" Shen Yun helplessly spread his hands. "Mr. Su, you haven't even tried. How do you know that I didn't give you what you wanted? You're now trying to release your pheromones." Before, Su Hanzhou subconsciously released them, but the smell of pheromones made a mistake. It turned out to be the taste of alpha pheromones. "It's incredible. I thought he could only cover up the sparse taste of sex on me. Unexpectedly, he was actually able to change me from my sisters to me, Shen Yuan." Seeing him stunned and searching, paced it over. The tone had the meaning of a demon palace. "How? Is Mr. Su satisfied with my ability? The dignified top alpha competes to be Omega's underground lover, and the other party is still inferior Omega." Suhan woke up on Monday. "I found that my pheromones had turned into alpha flavors, and I was satisfied. I was shocked again." "How do you do it?" Shin Yuan roughly explained the principle in his ear. After Su Hanzhou listened, immediately thought of a crazy and happy thing. "Does this mean that I will not disseminate European and American information in the future?" However, things did not go as planned. Shin Yuan denied his conjecture. "Not really. Although the sexotropic used to replace is very powerful, the quantity is limited after all, and your own sexual aspirin is constantly being produced. So when the original snake eyebrow fruit in your body is produced again in a certain amount, you need to replace it again, and you really want to solve it completely. It's not that simple." Su Hanzhou was slightly disappointed, but he quickly picked up his strength again. After all, this result is already satisfactory. He secretly cheered himself up and spoke again. "I want to take a shower while I was taking a shower. You draft the agreement between us into an electronic contract, and I will sign it later." As he spoke, he seemed to think of something again. There was a slight pause. "Add one more to the agreement. You can't get in me." Shin Yuan laughed out loud, with such an indifferent face. It's really a little cute to say such sexy words. Suddenly, the mobile phone on the side rang. The secretary asked if he needed to pick him up to the company now. Shin Yuan decisively refused, said that his whereabouts and identity are still temporarily kept secret. The secretary was a little puzzled. It is not to contact the domestic business district through charity dinners. Choosing a future partner? What are you making trouble with now? He thought so and asked, "Come out." Shin Yuan looked at the bed dressing agreement on the computer, and there was a hint of brilliance in his eyes. "Not needed. Last night, I had found the most important partner to work with." At this time, there was a knock outside the door. It turned out to be the clothes sent by Yang Jun, and he suddenly saw the tall and mighty Shin Yuan. It's not easy to speak. "Hello, I am looking for Mr. Xia Su." Coincidentally, at this time, Su Hanzhou came out of the censorship. Yang Jun gave him something. "You go back to the company first." Yang Jun handed the clothes to Shin Yuan with relief in his mind, but he kept gossiping. "Mr. Su, this is differentiated. Great. Now he can finally fight with the eldest son with confidence and boldness. However, Mr. Su actually likes this kind of MED taste of body temperament." Sure enough, Su Hanzhou, who was different and thought to be crooked, was crooking himself. There was no problem with that agreement. I had already signed it. Shin Yuan walked up to him with a smile. "To fulfill the nephew. I thought it was a rare and inappropriate thing, but I didn't expect that. Just fulfill the husband's obligations and serve and wear clothes." Xu Han. Zhou looked at him, and the corners of Kamaho's mouth were not only a little confused. "What are you laughing at?" Sure enough, the man's mouth is a deceptive ghost. Shin Yuan's love words come as soon as he opens his mouth. "I just think Mr. Su's eyelashes are very beautiful. The nose is also very nice. You look good everywhere, isn't it? Because I like Mr. Su very much now." So no one has ever said to Su Hanzhou such explicit words. Suddenly made her look beautiful and fierce. Shin Yuan pays attention to your proportion. I said that in this agreement. I am only greedy and not short-sighted. I still have to leave beforehand. Send a bottle of conceal to my company before work today. The tone of this order made Shin Yuan feel fresh. "If you don't spend a penny, you want to take away 20 million worth of perfume from me." Mr. Su is not afraid. I will refuse. "If you don't talk about the boss, you should be a boss, right?" What he said was so domineering. "In front of me, you have no right to say it." Shin Yin is not angry. He also looked at him silently and affectionately. Su Hanzhou, who went out, quickly came to her. "My personal doctor friend Li Yi just met here." Li Yi asked about her body with concern. When she heard that there was no special feeling except for the words, she was immediately shocked. "How is it possible? I obviously haven't given you a tight one." Su Hanzhou loosened his loose tie and explained, LF, help me get through the heat of weathering fossils. Li immediately sat up straight. Who is it that is clenched tightly in fists? Who is that, LF? Let's just say look nervous? Do you have the same idea about Su Hanzhou?